CM Punk comes out to a hero's welcome here in the arena. He asks, "Are you sick of me yet?" The entire place yells, "No!" And he says, "I'm going to enjoy this while it lasts. And it could all end for me on Sunday. I haven't wrestled in 7 years. I'm nervous. Dare I say, even scared." The crowd chants, "You still got it." And he crosses his fingers. "I hope I've still got it." And he goes to make a promise to the crowd. "Every time I lace these boots," but before he can share the promise he is going to make, he gets jumped by Garcia and 2.0. And if you want to hear legitimate anger, these fuckers stopped this man from talking in the ring. This was it. And they are beating down Punk. Darby's music plays and outruns Darby and Sting. They all make the comeback. Punk gets physical. He's dropping punches on Garcia. And then we get the sequence of all sequences. A coffin drop, a scorpion death drop, and then the GTS by CM Punk onto Jeff Parker for a monster pop before Allin and Punk go nose to nose. And, I mean, first of all, just watching this was like, this was like your video game moment, seeing this. And the GTS, enormous. And it reminded me of that night we were at that card in San Jose, and Kenta did it on the NXT show when he had been teasing it for so long.
Mm-hmm.
I feel this was a louder pop. But that one was very loud that night.
Yes, it was. And I mean, that Punk was, it was attributed to Kenta building it up the whole time. But why is the GTS a significant move? Yes, Kenta invented it, but it's significant because of CM Punk. So, getting that here for this crowd, I have to say, watching on TV these several weeks, perhaps the luster of CM Punk coming out and strictly talking is kind of worn off by this point. So I thought it was the right time to introduce a bit of physicality to his segments, and we got that. This crowd could say that they saw the first CM Punk GTS in AEW history. So they leave home probably very happy. We had a really nice little kind of past, present, and future moment here between the three of them.
Yeah, Sting says he always wanted to share a ring with CM Punk. Their paths never crossed. And it felt good to watch Going to Sleep in front of my very own eyes. Going to Sleep.
Grammatically, I feel like Sting is right. Like go to sleep. It works too, but it was nice to see the go to sleep. Yeah, if you consider go to sleep as one phrase, but it was nice to see the. You know what? None of it makes sense. It's.
I mean, it felt good to watch Go to Sleep in front of my very own eyes is like a syntax nightmare. So
yeah, totally.
You know what? Sting is the Grammarly of this program.
He auto-corrected himself. Yeah.
He did. They all have the same goal, and that is not allowing anything to stop this match from happening. They move the traffic out of the way, and that includes me. Sting's going to come out on Sunday, give Darby a fist bump, and then he's going to the back, as we had suggested, and it will be mano a mano, Darby Allin, CM Punk on Sunday.
Full-on babyface versus babyface match. This was a segment designed to emphasize that fact. CM Punk is obviously the crowd favorite, but they're not trying to play any tricks on us, turning Darby Allin for this week only. Sometimes they do that with like people like Britt. They'll flip-flop her depending on the opponent, or Cody. They'll flip-flop him depending on the opponent. Not doing that with Darby Allin here. Everybody knows that CM Punk is going to get cheered, but Darby Allin is also going to get cheered to an extent too. Still, on Sunday there's not going to be any denying who the crowd will be cheering for. But at the end of it all, the only question that matters is, does the match feel big? Does the match feel important? And the answer is absolutely yes. It's Punk's first match in 7 years. Darby Allin is like, it stands to me, he's already gained a whole lot just simply being in this spotlight. And if the match is great, and that atmosphere, I think, will certainly provide that space for them to have that classic great match, then he'll possibly cement himself, in a lot of new wrestling fans' minds.